Hello, I'm Douglas Johnson, the Day Tripping Adventurer, and today I'm going to be doing Siren Walk number 17. So the walk today is going to be up in the San Fernando Valley. It's kind of a big loop tour. It's going to be between the 170 on the east and the 405 on the west, and it's going to be about between 14 and 15 miles. That depends on what I see. Oh, just got attacked by a little dog. Anyway, so yeah. Gonna see about 7 sirens today. This is probably gonna be the coldest walk I'm gonna do. It's 45 degrees right now in the valley, but it should be a good day for walking. So let's go head on over to Van Owen and check out our first siren. So I was walking down Van Owen, just checking out the buildings and everything, and I wasn't paying attention, and I looked up and I saw that sticking out of the tree line right there. You see it? There's the first siren of this trip. Let's go on over there and check it out. So on the corner of Costello and Van Owen, there's the first siren of Siren Walk number 17. It's a 500. It's the top of, it's weird. It's weird because the top that gets hit by the sun and the rain and all the elements is in really good shape, and it's the bottom part down here that's all rusted out. This is a much better angle. Look at that guy. Gorgeous clouds today. Gorgeous siren. The inside, there's a little bit of yellow left on the inside there, but mostly the paint on the inside's gone. And if somebody could get up there, the plaque looks like it's in really good shape. From the 500 on the corner of Costello and Van Owen, I went west down Van Owen, made a right on Van Nuys to the corner of Van Nuys and Valerio, and there's the next siren. It's a Model 7. I know it's kind of hidden in all these things. Let me get a little closer. There it is. You know, for the first time, I can really appreciate the size of it. I always questioned how big these things were up close. And I don't know if this pole is shorter or something, or that it's next to a traffic light, but I can really appreciate how large these sirens really are, these Model 7s. It's in really good shape. It's still got a lot of its yellow down here. In the middle here, it's you see it's silver, it's not rusted. There's very little rust on this guy. Most of the rust is around this door, the little doorway that's in there, but the rest of it's in really good shape. From the Model 7 that was there on Van Nuys and Valero, I went north up Van Nuys till I got to Saticoy. I came up Saticoy until I got to Sepulveda, and when I got here on the corner, I looked around and I couldn't find a siren. So I had to go into the LA Air Raid siren maps, and it said it was here. So I looked around, and it's actually right over there. You can't see it from here. You gotta go on the other side of this building. All right, so here I am. Just walked past that building. I got here on the corner of Sepulveda and a street called Cavello, and there's our next siren, the third siren on this trip. Another 500, and this 500's in great shape. The yellow is still really pronounced on the inside. Walking around it to get here, I didn't see much rusting on the other side. I'll take some photos so you can see it. And yeah, it's just interesting how some of these are so rusted and some of them are so clean. You know, it makes me wonder, like, were some taken care of and some weren't? Hard to tell. So yeah, our third siren on this walk number 17 is another 500. So from the 500 that I saw there on Sepulveda, I went north up Sepulveda till I got to Roscoe, made a right, and then when I got to Van Nuys, I made a dogleg to a street called Chase, and I took that to Woodman. The long walk was about 3 miles, and I finally got to the next siren, another 500. Seems like there's a lot of 500s up in this neck of the woods. I'm just outside of Panorama City at the moment, and this one looks great. The yellow on this guy, and I don't know if it's just the time of day or whatnot, but the yellow on this guy is just, it just pops. And there's a lot of yellow on it. A lot of the paint is there. Very little of the paint has kind of washed away or rusted off. So this is another one, another 500, which is in great shape. I know I've seen some really good looking 500s out there, and I can add this one to the list. So this is another really good 500 right here on the corner of Woodman And I don't know the name of this street, but it's right where Woodman curves off of Chase. By the way, this is the halfway mark. I've done about 6.5, almost 7 miles. So got about that much more to go. Let's see how I do. From the 500 there on Woodman and the street I didn't know, I went south down Woodman till I got to Roscoe, made a left, took that all the way down till a street named Whitsett, made a right. I'm almost at Saticoy, and there's the next siren. I just happened to glance over and notice it was peeking out from behind those homes. So let's head on over there and check it out. So there it is, another 500 for the 5th siren on this walk. And you know, they just keep getting better and better. Like this one, very, very little of the paint on the inside there is gone. There's a little bit of, I can see a little bit of the metal in this lower area here. But for the most part, the paint on this thing is great. And it looks like, when I walked past it, this area here and the catwalk area here, looks like somebody painted that not too long ago. Now, not too long ago could be 10 years or whatnot. But yeah. And I'm in a residential community around here. A lot of little houses. They're all 1-story homes, and this kind of sticks up above them, as you saw. And man, if for whatever reason this thing was ever able to go off, or somebody was to hook this thing up and set it off, I'm sure nobody would know what the hell that sound is. It'd probably be loud too, especially for these houses. It's just a funny thing to think about. All right, so it's been a little bit of a long walk, but here's the next siren, number 6. Remember these sirens, the one everybody's confused about, the cut down Model 7. So I'm trying to remember where I was the last time. So that last 500, I went down to Saticoy, took that over to Laurel Canyon, made a right, and then on the corner of Laurel Canyon and Victory, just 1 block east, is our next siren. A Federal Model 7 cut down. So this is one of the original World War II sirens that were put up in the 40s. I always love finding these guys. It's like a little treat. It's a little, you know, it's a little banged up, like right in the, if right there is a little banged up. Kind of thinking when they built this building, maybe something bumped into it. You know, looking at it, I noticed all these marks. And it's weird that it's on the inside, not the street side, but the inside. It looks like something hit it. I'm wondering if when they made this building, the construction company kind of beat up this siren a little bit. You can see the dent much better here, but otherwise, it's not in bad shape. Yeah, getting a little tired. It's about the 12-mile mark now. I got 1 more left on this trip. So from the cut down Model 7 on the corner of Laurel Canyon and Victory, I continued west down Victory until I got to Coldwater Canyon, made a right, and pretty much right here on the corner of Van Owen and Coldwater Canyon is siren number 7, the last siren of this trip. And it's a Federal Model 7. This one is really, the paint's almost all gone on it. It's like right underneath the bottom here is still paint, but on the top of both of the cones, it's very rusted. Everything else is in decent shape, no graffiti or anything on there, but like I said, the paint is pretty much all gone off of the siren. And there's a lot of rust on the bottom and the little door hatch, you can kind of see it right there. You'll see it better in the photos. So yeah, siren number 7 on siren walk number 17. My first walk of 2024. Throwing a lot of numbers at you there. But we've had 2 of the Federal Model 7s, 1 of the cut downs, so it's at 3, and then 4 500s. Not bad for a little trip. My pedometer says I did about 13 miles. It's respectable. My feet are kind of hurting, and my car's only about a half mile that way. So thanks again for joining me on these trips. So until next time, try to get out, explore the world around you, but stay safe and stay healthy.